There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. It is God's own television, TV station that changes sinners, TV station for the oppressed, TV station for the hopeless. Star-Crossed TV, inspiring station. Watch Star-Crossed TV, enlightening station. Watch Star-Crossed TV, empowering station. God's own station, uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. It is God's own television, TV station that changes sinners, TV station for the oppressed, TV station for the hopeless. Star-Crossed TV, inspiring station. Watch Star-Crossed TV, enlightening station. Watch Star-Crossed TV, empowering station. God's own station, uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. It is God's own television, TV station that changes sinners, TV station for the oppressed, TV station for the hopeless. Star-Crossed TV, inspiring station. Watch Star-Crossed TV, enlightening station. Watch Star-Crossed TV, empowering station. God's own station, uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. It is God's own television, TV station that changes sinners, TV station for the oppressed, TV station for the hopeless. Star-Crossed TV, inspiring station. Watch Star-Crossed TV, enlightening station. Watch Star-Crossed TV, empowering station. God's own station, uniting the world.
It's the 18th day in the month of July 2023. How are you doing out there? I believe you're having a nice time. You woke up very well. You woke up looking strong, looking beautifully, looking handsome. Yeah, I may not know what time is it out there, but right here it is a very beautiful morning, and permit me to say good morning to you. And of course, if it's an afternoon right there, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us on another beautiful, intriguing, interesting, educating episode of the Morning Star Breakfast Show. Thank you so much. I am Peace Smith, reaching out to you on Star Cross Television. And I'm not always here alone. Yeah, I'm always having a group of beautiful, handsome guys. When you're looking for a reverend father, you see it. When you're looking for a professor, you see it. So permit me as I welcome. I don't want to say, let me not give him a guy name now. He's none other than Brother Oku. Okay, because I didn't use the word Father Bernard, right? How are you? How are you doing?
Very well. I'm very well, Sister Peace. Thank you so much, and good morning to you, beloved viewer. Thank you so much for that warm introduction. Yeah, it's been a wonderful morning indeed, especially for the rain. We are here in Calabar. If you are watching us from wherever you're watching us from, we are here in Calabar and we are live. It's beautiful. The weather is almost as if we are in Canada or UK or US. So I think we are having a good time.
You're saying that it looks like we're in Canada or UK. Could it be the reason why you're looking this handsome this morning? Because I can't see. I was just looking at you. I don't know. Permits me. It's good to like your colleague,
Actually, I don't know if it's just today, but I think I always look like
But
this.
today you must.
Oh boy.
Let me hold my mouth. Sorry.
Okay.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you,
part of the
Sister
show
Peace.
today.
Thank you.
Okay. So we have Bronquia always calls her most beautiful. Yeah, I'm not content with that. I would not say she is not, because I know she's more, and she's also very intelligent. Join me as I welcome Sister Ruth Obu, aka Authentic Ruth. Good morning to you.
Good morning, beloved viewer. Thank you so much for joining us. Today it's Tuesday, and good morning to my beautiful and handsome colleagues.
Good
morning.
Uncle, Brother Eric, and to you, Sister
Thank
Peace.
you.
Thank you so much. For
You're
welcoming
welcome.
me.
You're looking beautiful. I know you're always looking beautiful. So
Thank
what's
you.
the secret today?
There is absolutely no secrets. I'm just me,
I would dash you a secret. It is good.
Yeah. I won't even doubt that. God is the secret, but it's just a normal day.
Yeah. She says it's just a normal day, but I must say today is going to be more than just a normal day for you out there. It's going to be a day filled with testimony, filled with blessings. Whatever you've been asking God for, watch out, you will receive it today. Okay, so like I used to say, I call him the professor. Yeah, if you are close to him, you will know that he is the professor. That's why whenever I'm with him, I'm always checking out. Please, people should not laugh. I'm always checking out for what I say. I would not do mistake in English because he will like, please calm down, wait till you talk. He is none other than Brother Eric David. Good morning to you. How are you
Good
doing?
morning, Sister Peace. I have missed you, yes.
Aw.
I missed you last week, yes. I needed to have you around.
Oh,
Good morning.
as you miss me,
Could
right?
that be why you're sitting close to her?
Yes, I always have the left and the right rib, so I was
Because
left
this
with
is
just...
usually your place.
Sometimes it's not good to be stagnant. It's
Okay.
good. You
To
see
be
now-
flexible,
Yes,
yeah?
like you can see now, I am comfortable because I have peace on this other side of my rib.
Wait,
I
so
have
someone
peace.
will get angry very soon.
I did not
Why
say
are
you to
saying
mention
that?
anything.
No, let me say
I
it.
did not
I'm
tell
here
you.
to defend Broku. Why are you saying you're sitting comfortably? So Broku that is sitting, he's not comfortable.
You're
or
sitting
what?
comfortably.
That was on a lighter note.
Yeah.
So it's a very beautiful day. Remember, this week is the week of the Christ Universal Children Fellowship.
Yeah.
So of course, I would like to ask you, you watching, I would like to ask you, what is that one thing you regret doing when you were a child? I know you have so much in stock. Yeah, I know you would like to say. Maybe I regretted lying. I don't know. I regretted putting hand in my mom's pot, thinking that it was the best thing to do. But right now, you know you can pick the meat anytime. So thank you so much. So make sure that this week you really key into this week's blessing and events. All right. While I start, yes, I would like to ask Sister Ruth.
Oh, thank God.
What is? Scratch that part. I would like to ask Brother David Eric.
Wow, thank you so much.
What is that one thing you did when you were a child, and at this point you were like, why was I doing that thing? You know, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like right now, you can actually pick out mates if you want. It's it's plenty food if you want. You know,
Pick out what?
like have a big bowl of food or something.
Okay.
Like then you would always want to go to school when one mom is not around.
No,
feeling
no,
like you're
you
not
are the
okay.
one. You are the one telling me what you did and you regretted. So allow me to say my own part.
And you know this one of those childish character on attributes that you do, and then growing up, you know that lying it doesn't pay. Like even if I'm telling the truth, you will knock me. You understand? So what is that one thing? Let me hear from you.
Normally, I feel this is the hot seat.
Oh.
Anyone that says
Okay.
I thought it was a comfortable seat.
Okay. You're just
I just noticed that they on the gas and it's becoming hot. But anyhow, shall we just try and
You
manage?
don't want to say the truth. You're weird.
No,
I can help you out. if you
Sister
want.
Ruth, you need to
no.
bring a thermometer that will be hitting somebody.
Not like that. Not like that. We'll try our best. The one thing I regretted most is always going out to play football.
Oh, okay.
The time that I'm going out to play those games are not the comfortable times. Maybe you might be sent on an errand. You're going out and your guys, they are playing the ball. Like, just come and play. It's always come and play one set.
Okay.
Roku can attest to that.
The whole
Just come and
That's-
play.
That's what I wanted to say.
Just come and
okay.
play.
I think you have something.
Just
else.
come and play one set. Before you know, you end up playing till evening. And when you realize either you have lost the money and they send you to go and get it in, then now come back home, start being like prodigal son. You start hanging around the house, maybe waiting for that day an uncle to come and visit.
Okay.
Then you will now explain yourself and say, please come and help me. I
So
can't
if
beg."
in a situation where our daddy or uncle has not visited.
You just know you're there. You hang around,
Okay.
you hang around until, well, it was really funny thinking about it, but most of the guys, they have gone through what I just said. You might just be passing comfortably on your own. Your friends will just call you, no, we're not going to play for long. It's just one. Just touch the ball and you're going. And football has a spirit that as you start, maybe eventually you guys lost. You want to continue to play until you win. Before you know, something else is happening.
Yeah, another thing is there's what we call Boris.
But we are coming to you.
Yeah, I
Okay.
want
She's
to
my
add to
colleague.
I want
She's
to
my
add to what
colleague.
you said. I don't know how they used to construct it back then.
I used to
Yeah, you
construct
sit
Yeah.
on it and then somebody will push you
Push
behind.
you, okay.
Yeah,
Controlling
and
it.
somebody
okay.
you'll be controlling it, but then you have to kickstart. Somebody
What
has
did
to
they
push
use
you.
in constructing? I
They'll
can't
put
remember right now.
like Boris, right?
Under.
Then they put a plank on it, then constructs
Steering.
steering,
Yeah.
yes.
A
And
pair iron. You know
Yeah.
this?
Yes.
So you just
And
cross the pair.
if you really want to enjoy yourself, you have to go to the hilly streets.
Yeah.
You know, so
we
from
used to have
the
this
top-
corridor that's like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of slopey, so
Yeah.
to just
That's the
roll
best.
you.
That's the best time to slide.
Yeah.
And
So imagine you're maybe trying to dive down and then you fall from it.
Normally-
you never fall. Honestly.
Normally-
when you're a child, that whole thing is like a flex. You
Yeah.
never, even when during the rain, that same place too is very beautiful to slide down.
But funny enough, if you fall, they will tell you that, don't worry, nothing is there. You have to continue.
You
And
continue,
nothing is
yeah.
there. You have to continue until you go back and want to bathe. You will now know that something is there.
Have you noticed that when even if you fall, maybe you fracture your leg or
Yeah.
something, you try not. When you get home, you try not to.
Not to
Train
tell
it
anybody. Oh, God.
So you'll be very.
true.
I remember
Yeah.
always.
I did that
walking.
a lot, you know.
Yeah.
I would
Walking
hide
very
it from my
strict.
mom, but she would somehow, you
Notice.
know, notice.
I came up with these taxes that I'll hide it until when I'm with her. Like for instance, maybe when she sent me inside the house,
Yeah.
I would just shout, baby fag,
It will
Okay,
not
like you
unveil
felt
you.
that at that
It will not unveil. Oh.
One day she caught me, I was like, this thing doesn't look like today. Don't swell. My leg was like very swollen and I could not bear it anymore.
Wow, sorry.
So I think we were walking on the road, we were going somewhere. So I was like, ow, ow, ow. She was, what happened? So I just hit my leg. Let me see. So she saw it and the leg was already swollen. Like, no, this is not me today.
This is not ordinary.
Are you serious?
Oh.
Well, anyways, that's one of those things.
Okay, so Sister
that
Peace,
makes
you have
us-
been saying something.
Sister Ruth hasn't.
No. Let us transfer the hotness now.
No,
I'll come first.
Hey,
Ah.
she has a lot to say.
Okay,
Let her
okay,
breathe.
okay.
I need to
Let the rich breathe.
No, Miss
Yeah.
Fancy. Okay, please.
Okay,
go.
so for mine, the thing I regretted doing when I was a kid was, leaving our lunch box in school.
Oh,
You know, we are twins, so like we had this big lunch box that
Together.
contained two, and then you know what twins usually do? If you don't carry, I brought it as we were coming to school. I brought it, so going back, you would carry.
I can imagine.
Okay, you leave. If you don't carry, leave it there. Me, if you don't carry, leave it there.
Oh,
That's how
okay.
we know very who our mom is, and we still somehow
We stubbornly do.
left it there in school. And we did not just leave it inside the school compound. Like we
In
attended
class?
this naval school, so there is, after the school gates, there is another building outside, but it's secured anyways. So that's where we come out. We come out to wait for our parents outside here, but it's still in the barrack anyway. So not like barrack, the premises. So we came out and left it outside. You carry. No, if you don't carry, leave it there. If you don't carry, leave it there. That's how we left it. We left it there.
How
So
do
when
you
we-
eat the next day?
Okay.
Now she did not even realize it until the next day when we were about to. In the morning, after cooking, she wanted it to
To dish.
dish her food. Where is the lunch box? And you could actually ask Ruth. And now she just sat. We already saw that she was boiling. Where is your lunch box? Where is your lunch box? Oh goodness, that day it was really hot for us.
Wonderful.
I will never forget that day. After giving us
normal master
pepper
class.
soup that morning, she said, if I go to school and I don't find that lunch box, you are
Finished.
dead. You are dead.
I'm buried.
You are dead. So when we went
How many
back,
times have you been told you're dead? And you're imagining
And
it
then you're
now.
still living up to
I
now.
think it's just an irony. Like she
Yeah.
saying you are dead means I will
You know,
really
we'll
deal
punish
with
you or
you. I'll
something.
punish you very well.
Punishment will be
I'm
maximized.
telling you, and because of what we she did not want to know who carried or
Yeah.
whose turn it was to bring
Bring
it
it
back.
up.
She gave us like
Equal.
Equal discipline.
Yes,
Okay.
the other morning. So we
Because
went
both
to
of you are
school.
going to eat from the plate.
Normally.
Exactly. We went to school and luckily we still found it where we left it.
So you're not dead.
So she carried, as she was going back, she carried it. The next day, we did not even want to do that. If
So
you don't
I would
carry
like
it-
to know, were you given lunch that day?
Yeah, she looked for another. Normally now, she put it in another
That's
place.
what
Someone
makes-
like
no,
from
that-
me,
that's
they
what-
will just tell it today. You're going
That
to
was
like
what
that.
that's
you
what
know?
make mother a mother.
Put it
No.
in another
Love of
place.
the mother.
And this time around, she put it in her favorite flask.
Wow.
Not
The
just
one
that.
So
you-
that
So
one
very
means
one
now
now-
two of you must hold it
That
at
one
hand
looked
to
like, I
hand.
can't even forget that flask. It looked like an apple. Like this
Wow.
apple we
Yeah.
ate. It was very fine.
Mm.
So she said, "You've seen it, right? Let me
They
hear
boil
that.
you,
Let me hear that.
That was
If
like
I
a
don't
trap,
carry,
you know.
Yeah.
if I don't carry you, if I don't carry, if you don't carry me, I will not carry. If I don't carry you, no. Let me hear that thing. Okay, so I really regretted because of what we passed through and other things we did, like forgetting, like misplacing our stuff.
stuffs,
You know,
okay.
maybe a very fine thing she just bought and then we misplacing it. You know,
Mm.
that's another thing I regretted ever doing because you know what that means.
Yeah.
Coming back, you'll be thinking of how you're going to put it to her.
How do you want to explain?
Exactly how you want to explain to her, oh, I misplaced this, I misplaced
And you
that.
know, apart from that, you now know that as a parent, it takes a lot to buy those things.
Yes.
Yeah, because looking at I know the economy now is more stringent than the way it was before. But then, you know what it means, having to buy something and then you throw it away. My brother would always say, because you don't buy it by yourself, you don't know how to protect
Exactly.
it. But it
Also, there's another thing I regret doing, like wasting,
The food.
raw materials.
Okay.
Raw food.
Mm.
Not like because of this food we cook now. This children's food, you know. When she just looks away, I'll just go and pack it.
Take it outside.
And this food we are eating is not a cooking. It's not.
Is that
active.
something you're going to eat or
We are not going to
something?
eat it. Like the things you mix, you go and carry raw food, and then you come and mix it with some things like flowers outside, and just be stirring, and maybe mix it with sand, and say, okay, the sand becomes your stock cube. You just be stirring,
But
you know.
I actually
Wonderful.
cooked
And
good
then
food then.
No, you not.
But with tomato sting, you know.
No. We use that also. Not like we pack plenty or like maybe a handful. Back then we're very tender.
Little.
So just handful of maybe rice, curry or beans, and come and soak it. Then sometimes we put we go and fetch these
Sticks.
dried sticks
Dried
like
sticks.
firewood.
But
It's
there's,
not
but,
even
but there's no fire.
no, sometimes like if we are playing with other children now, we bring ideas. This one will say,
Yeah.
okay,
Collective
my mommy
effort.
has
Children always think they are doing something serious.
exactly. My mommy has lighter. This one, go and bring this one. I have dried sticks. This one I have tin tomato
Before you know, something is going on.
container. But it's not as if we are going to eat it. I remember one time like that we cooked it and then we took it to the house. My mom didn't know what was smelling. That very one was beans.
Oh, okay.
No, we just soaked the beans there. You know, this fire we are even lighting, it will not even really, it will not really catch.
Go anywhere.
It won't go anywhere. So we hid it somewhere. We hid it in one of the couches, like under. So she didn't know. The house just kept smelling. We didn't mention to her that we didn't
Something
want
like
to.
that.
You know when you have put your effort in cooking. So we said no, we are not going to pour it. It's not like we even added Maggi or it's flowers. We put the beans, then put water, then put sand, put flour.
What a mixture.
Then we said, we said no, we are not going to throw it away. That we have cooked our own food. That maybe by tomorrow it will be like the one mommy used to cook. So we now went and put it under the couch now. So the house was now fuming.
Wow.
We didn't mention to her what we did. She was like looking for what was smelling. She kept asking my brother what is. They searched the whole house. It was when they started carrying the chairs up.
That's when they noticed.
What else? When she saw it, she paused. She called us. Whose idea was it? She called us. Who did this? We were now shaking. I said, who did this? Who did you cook it for? We now said, we thought that in the morning that it would look like the one she used to cook. Then when we went to check it, it was not yet like that, so we kept leaving it. You know, today we did not even know that it was like the whole place was. We thought it's normal now. The whole place was smelling. We didn't, because of play, we did not even realize the whole place. They searched the entire house and then went and found it there. So she removed and threw it there, and then told us she did not even discipline us. So she said, next time if you bring it, I will add this one, the one you do and serve you your breakfast.
And now you just realize that all those things were just a childish
thing. Yes.
Okay, that was a beautiful one. For me, I know Brother David there is waiting.
Allow me to say mine.
Okay, it's true.
Yes.
Please, bro. I'm just happy that people are about to bail me
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
out. Okay, bro, please go ahead.
So I have a different version of this brother.
Okay.
Eric.
Okay. You also play ball.
Normally.
You know he's a fine boy, so you never can tell.
No. It's rare for a guy not to play football. I'm serious. It's
Growing
rare.
up, in fact, people don't really know how bad I used to love football. Like, I really thought I would be playing internationally. Like, I really thought I'd be like Ronaldo or Messi. I used to play football.
Or
like,
Messi.
Yeah, I used to play football like from morning till evening. Honestly.
Every day?
Yeah, every day.
Wow.
Like, I would leave the house and never come back till evening. Then when I come back in the evening,
how about food?
that's what my mom used to cry for.
Okay.
So how do you eat? I don't even know how I used to eat then. I think maybe my friend, I would carry like a little money or so, or my friends would buy something. And we would eat.
Normally.
And not just ball. I used to go to Sabbath too, so they might be feast and stuff. But I just don't come back home when I leave in the morning. It's evening.
Wow.
But then that's not what I really regret. I think that was me keeping fit because I used to be very good.
Okay.
at
So
football.
let's hear the parts where you regret it.
So the part I really regretted is like some of the things I did to my mom. You know,
Okay.
she most times, especially I want to bend the specific times. Most times she'll be preparing a meal for all of us. Like she's preparing some food, and then she's like, "Oh, cool, come. I forgot to get Maggie. Please, come and get me Maggie. Yeah, I forgot to get crayfish. Please, rush and get crayfish and come and so I'll put in this thing, and then I'll go. When I go,
Yours truly.
Yours truly. The end of the formality.
so the annoying part is that I know how urgent this problem was.
That is this.
Like
But
I
you
know.
can't help it.
I don't know
That
what,
childish mindset would always come to play, right?
honestly, like I don't know what was I thinking.
Okay.
Like when growing up, I used to sit down and think like, what were you thinking? What was in my mind at that time? Because obviously the food is more important than whatever you're going to do, because you're still going to come back and eat that same food. And now they are asking you for, is that too much to ask? They are not telling you to go to the market and buy everything. Just
Get
Maggi,
a little.
just pepper.
From
or just,
a nearby stall or
just from
something.
a nearby store.
Oh.
Then I'll go.
What's a
When I
broco?
When I go. So now, funny enough, I will just, most of the time, it's not the way Bro Eric say, most they don't call me. I will go by myself. Like,
Send me, father, I will go.
in fact, sometimes, so especially if it's around 4 o'clock, I will even be the one to go and start the game. Like,
Oh, that's the main time.
I will be the one to go and tell people, come, make me go. I'll have something very serious, like something very serious is going on back home, but I'll now go, I'm going to go play ball now. I'll go. The usual spot, I'll go there and go and find ball. I'll be there waiting for other people to come. When I for don't even at least
Get this
rush.
Buy the stuff.
Oh God, like I used to, why was I doing all of this?
No, my father's forgiven you.
That's
That's an open confession.
No, definitely,
Confession.
definitely. There's one thing I believe. It is always there when you're growing up as a child. You think as a child, but sometimes we need to think outside the child. Understand?
Even
But
the
so-
Bible says it.
Ah.
While I was young, I think like a
Oh,
child,
so let's hear
but not
about the
that
punishment part.
Oh, the punishment was always like at the roof most of the time.
Oh, what do you mean at the roof?
I'm somebody that, like, although I might look as if I've not gone through life a little, but I've, like, there's almost nothing I've not seen.
Normally.
I've sold almost everything hawking, like, I don't know anything we can think of, especially food items. Then I was always beaten like every single day, like, no cap. And I'm very used to it. Like, I know.
That's the main point. That's another thing parents need to understand. The more you keep saying, "I'm going to beat you," and you're beating the child will be like, after all,
No, I was
After
very
all-
used to it until.
after all, there's nothing there. It's
until
not to
one
beat
day,
me.
Yeah, my dad noticed that I was very used to collecting all of this cane and all, because in fact in school I used to like step in for some people, like some of my friends. I'll be like, sir, don't worry, let me help him. And they'll be like, I say, yeah.
So let's talk about in between your mom and your dad. Who would you say you preferred most when it comes to maybe that punishment or something?
Oh, my dad
Oh.
don't do it more often, but when he does,
No, normally. Let's generally.
We are coming back. We are coming
Generally,
back
you
to
know,
that.
in the disciplinary aspect,
Aspect,
the moms are always very fast to make sure they give you. Maybe you can do it 2-3 minutes. That's after
Slap
the
you,
mother.
pa, 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 pa.
I was
2-3
surprised
minutes.
you.
No,
There are some moms that
2-3
don't even
minutes.
lay
No,
their
no.
hands
That
on
I'm
their
just
children.
percentage. Percentage wise, it is 80.
Wow.
It's
Sure.
2-3 minutes. But once the father wants to handle you, your dad will be telling you that today your cup is getting filled. Today your cup is getting filled. The day the rain
And
will
you'll be
descend
very
on
calm.
you.
We'll be very calm,
It will
right?
be like Christmas present.
you know,
No, not all fathers. though.
Yeah.
Some the mothers actually act like they are
Act
The
like
fathers,
that.
yes.
It's true.
You know, some mothers will not touch you. Once in a while, they'll tell you, I don't know why some people don't really get scared of the calm ones that will tell you, I will beat you.
Yeah.
I
I
will.
will be smiling. You see that
Those
one
people
will
are
be
very
telling,
wicked.
I'm telling you, I will tell you, Sister Peace, I will beat you. Sister Peace,
My
don't
mommy
do
does
that
that
thing.
a lot.
Don't do it again. And they'll be smiling. When I see them, I know them. Like even up to now, if I see any mother
Mom.
always smiling while warning
The
his
kid.
or her child, I
you
just
know
know
that
what.
person is a wicked person.
No, not
No,
wicked.
not
I know
actually.
that one is a disciplinarian.
Yeah.
I know if she wants to handle that child, everybody, the entire world will come to that child's rescue.
I know, but
Seriously, if
mine
you just
too
see
was
them,
mine too was like that actually. But in my own area, you cannot misbehave outside. That's
Yeah.
like death sentence, honestly.
Yeah.
if you misbehave outside, my mom will tell you, you can't disgrace me outside. She'll just be smiling. You think you disgrace me outside? And the way she'll be, nobody will know because she's using our dialect. You think you disgrace me here?
Definitely. When you
You
go back,
cannot-
when
She'll be
you
looking at you
when
like
you
this.
when you're entering,
my mom will not even say anything. She'll just be looking at you like this. Immediately she pays attention to you, then you know
No.
something is
How
wrong.
about the part that where she would just be pretending and laughing with you? Perhaps someone wanted to give you something, and you are supposed to say no, thank you, ma. But then you are looking at her to ask or to seek permission whether you have to collect. She said, "Collect now." She's smiling. Collect. Let's get home.
I mean, most of the time I'll be like, give it to my mom.
that's the main aspect. Give it to my mom. Give it to my mom.
Give it to my mom.
Now, I want to ask this funny question.
Okay.
How much do you think your mom has been keeping for you? Like, maybe they want to
No,
give
I
you
think. Wait,
a
we are coming to that. We are coming to
Mr.
that.
Rusty wants to finish
No,
with
no,
me.
that's a topic for another day.
Okay.
Oh.
We are coming to
So
that.
let's
So,
keep it within the week.
yeah, within the week. We'll
All
bring
right.
it on Friday. So for now, I want to hear from Sister Peace.
Yes, it is true because we're
Thanks.
isolating Sister Peace, but Sister Peace has mentioned one thing that she normally do often. She said that back then she would go and scoop something from
Exactly.
the
She
yes.
didn't
No,
finish.
She did not finish. Yes,
She didn't
yes.
finish.
When
Let's
did she
get.
mention that?
At the start now.
At the
you're
start
not
now,
paying
she said
attention.
back then she would go and scoop things from the pots and scoop
You
things.
are no. I think at this point,
Yeah.
you're trying to place me under charges.
No, I'm not
Because
placing.
I didn't
You're already
actually say-
sweating. Don't worry. Let me make you feel comfortable.
Like you said, you're on hot seat. I don't know what came to me, and I brought out that topic.
But did
what
you
she
say
said.
that?
She
You
said.
actually
She
said
said
it, yeah,
that.
she
She
said
said
it.
that.
Say it in your
For
own
that,
words.
please, I need your grace.
Say it in your own words.
Okay, okay. On my
In
own
your own
part-
words, is
How
a
did you
girl, not peace. A girl normally scoop.
No, I think at this point I was only making an example
Alright.
because I know most
You're not
of the
referring to
children.
yourself.
But it was a girl, right?
I was disciplined to the core. I've been a good girl. Anyways, talking about those things, the things I regretted most.
Yeah.
I will not lie to you. When
Yeah,
we were
I know.
when we were quite little, I can remember all the time when we were eating.
Sister Ruth was staying close to you. Hope you know.
Yeah,
Continue.
I can remember whenever we have a bowl of meal
Yeah.
in front of us, we would always select. Wait, now we can finish. We would select to the little pointers, even if it's a small tantrum of flying or anything. We'll just select it and put in a plate. And then when my brother is eating, I'm looking. When I'm also eating, he's looking. Then imagine someone making a mistake to either pick something to eat. The way we go fight for that place.
So it was equal ration.
Yeah.
Are you talking
Oh.
about the protein?
Yeah, the protein. Thank
Okay.
you. Oh, you didn't get that point.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm talking about the protein. So we'll have to like pick them out and put in a separate plate so that whenever
Let
we're
the
done-
war begin.
So whenever, so I can remember all the time that eating will not end in peace. Because definitely someone would always want to attend and then there would be fights. I can remember another time where, because we are kind of more or less like twin, so we have this equal everything and all of that. So I can remember when my brother did something, like we quarreled and then we fought heavily to the point that we were like fighting each other and all of that. When my mommy came back,
I hope you didn't pour the food.
We did
You were avoiding the
we
food.
put it.
Whoa, whoa.
Sometimes we scoop water.
Put in the food.
Oh no.
Yours is wonderful.
You've done it.
No, I've actually put sugar inside rice and beans.
Okay.
So, and I was seriously beaten for it. I don't even know why I was beaten.
So why did you do that?
Why did you do that?
It was not sweet, honestly. I don't even know. That's why I'm saying like,
Oh,
why
Wow.
would you do it? So,
Oh wow.
there's this restaurant my mom used to get. If we are back and she didn't prepare something before we came back from school, she would say,
Go get something.
go get rice and beans from this restaurant. So most of the time, sometimes the people will just bring the rice and beans and then drop for us. So this very day we came back from school and we saw the rice and beans. Tested it, it wasn't like testing well. Everything was just
Oh,
funny.
okay.
I was like, what can I do to help this whole thing? What can I do? And I looked for sugar because sugar is always sweet.
Yeah.
So if something is not sweet, must definitely be sugar. So like all my siblings, like I'm the most senior.
It must have
So,
been granulated sugar, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
You poured
blended
it
it.
plenty.
Okay.
a lot. Now I'm the senior, so I have like very junior ones, and all of us was like,
Definitely.
it's not sweet. It's
You're
not sweet.
leading
So
the
now
way.
I have to make
As
a
a
decision.
president.
I have to make a decision here. So I'm like, okay, don't worry, we'll solve this.
Normally.
Look for sugar, pour sugar everywhere, and then try it. I didn't test it first. What's this? So that was when we knew, this was not a good idea. So we left the food like that. Nobody did it.
Oh.
That was the fuck up. We would have just thrown away the food.
But then
Let
you
the
had
sleeping dog lie.
Right. Anyway,
But you
so-
unveiled everything to
Now
the
my
father.
my parents came back and then they saw the food. This food, no, you guys didn't eat the food. They tried testing the food
Was it in a pot? Like you
No,
poured
the
on
plates.
it? Oh, okay,
The full
okay.
plate of
So you didn't
food
see
that
the
you
need to
bought.
put water and pour it out?
That's the mistake they made.
Now, put water and pour it out.
Like after you could not eat,
Yeah.
you had to leave it for your mom to come and see?
You know, now this mentality, you don't waste food in our house. No matter
Okay.
what you want, no matter how fine.
Oh, okay, let me say something. I feel like you thought it would be nice in your mommy's mouth. You know?
Yeah, that's another thing.
Come and
Maybe.
eat it. You know, mothers
I
will
think-
always let you waste food.
Waste their
Don't-
food.
Children know
And they will
her.
say no, don't waste it. If you don't want to eat, bring it out. Eat. So you
Yeah.
thought maybe after putting the sugar, she would do as usual, come eat it. Now I have seen another thing, and I watched in I saw it on social media where a boy couldn't finish his food and then threw it just beside his table. So the mom came and saw, and you know what he did? He just children don't really have that much sense.
Yeah.
He just threw it there, and then the thing rolled from the wall like this down. And then he told his mom, "Mommy, I finished eating." The mom said, "I just brought your food. How is it even possible that you are done eating?"
Eating.
He said he's done eating, that she can come and carry the plate. So when she came, she saw the food. She didn't say anything. She just kept quiet. According to her, she had to on her camera.
Wow.
Then showed us, see what this boy did. See
Pouring
I cooked.
out.
See what I cooked for him. This food in most of the families, they don't even see this. What I cooked, the lunch I gave to this boy. Look at what he did. If I beat him now, they will say because I'm older than him. The boy started crying. He started begging, "Mommy, please, mommy, please." The food was too plenty. That's why actually, some people actually feel scared when they see much food.
Yeah.
You have to, make it very small.
Let
It be that. Let it be that they are not satisfied.
They
They
need
come
more.
to you. Yeah, I've actually met people like that. If you put food plenty, they will tell you get scared. They get scared, so they won't even touch the food. You have to divide it before they will be able to. They will even
To be
attempt.
able.
I feel like that's what happened there.
Happened.
The boy
Okay.
poured the food, and so the wall now needs to be washed. If it is oil paint, they will need to clean it
clean
because
it.
everywhere is messed up. So
Wow.
that's it. That's what children do.
Anyways.
Alright.
Okay, this is 9:01, so we'll be going on a break. When we come back, we'll be coming back with our very first segment for the day. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stars Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world.
Good to know you are still on our show. In case you're joining us for the first time, I am Peace Aaron and I'm out here in Brotherhood Modern College, popularly known as Bromco, with the topic Perception Variation. And the question is, between your mom and your dad, would you prefer the most? Join me as I sought opinions from the students here, what they have to say concerning this question. Remember, this is BCS Christ Universal Children's Fellowship Week anniversary. Stay tuned and don't go anywhere.
Stars Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world.
Starcross Television.
My name is Bright Amos.
Okay, between your dad and your mom, who do you prefer most?
My mom,
Why?
because my mom have time for us every time, and she's always the one that always care about our feelings. So my dad just does not care about us. So my mom is always the one who always fights for our feeding, our school fees, everything. She's the one. So she have time for us more than our dad. So that's why I love her more than my dad.
My name is Rejoice Augustine Eteng. My mom,
Why?
because she's caring, hardworking, and also supportive. My name is Catherine Mesembe Etu. My mom,
Why?
because she's loving, caring, and hardworking.
My name is Calvin Dominic Brown. Prefer my mom.
Why?
She's more caring and attentive to what I want. That's all. And she gives me more attention and more care than my dad.
My name is Udwa Kokonedet. I love my dad
Why?
because he has never beat me before and he's always loved me, always supports me anytime I need his help.
My name is Agnes Kano Opan. My mom,
Why?
because she cares for me, she gives me what I want, she provides for me, clothes, shoes. Thank you.
My name is Gospel Emmanuel Ekbo. My dad,
Why?
because
is the head of the family. He provides for the family, also pay my school fees and also the house rent. So that is the reason why I like him. He does not beat us when we are wrong, but he always corrects us. When the next time we do it again, he's going to flog us. That's why I like my dad. He also take care of my mom very well and also take care of the family very well.
My name is Kayla Aktogunka, my mom.
Why?
Because she always helps me in my needs. She always provides for me and she always pays my school fees. Thank you.
My Robert, thank God. They're good.
Why?
Because they are caring. And they love me so much.
My name is Okone de Tokone, my mom.
Why?
Because she acts nice to me. And she cooked the favorite food I love. And she played a virtual role with me.
My name is Confidence Imaro Michael, my mom.
Why?
Because she's caring, loving. My name is Samuel Uwem Henry. Prefer my dad.
Why?
Because he takes us out more than my mom.
Is that all?
And he's the one that is involved in our feeding and payment of our fees. That's why I prefer my dad more.
My name is Kelly Dominic Brown. I prefer my mom.
Why?
Because eventually I grew up with my mom, and then we used to, share opinions and different feelings together. So even till now, my mom has been the only one taking care of me and the rest. So that's why I love her more than my dad.
My name is Faith Kalabo Ogan, my mom.
Why?
Because she takes good care of me since my father has died and she paid my school fees early. That's why I like my mom. My name is Miracle Nimokun, my mom.
Why?
Because she's caring and she supports me in my school fee and my education.
My name is Spirit Emmanuel Edet, my mom.
Why?
Because I feel free with her anytime I'm with her. I have comfort in her. I confide in her. So that's why I'm more closer to my mom than my dad.
My name is Michael Ofori Mayfield. I prefer my dad.
Why?
Because he supports the family when in need and he cares for the family. My name is Uyaya Basimano Frank. My dad.
Why?
Because he's scary, kind.
My name is Rebecca Ogan, my mom.
Why?
Because she's caring, kind. Anytime I ask her for something, she give me. But my dad, he also give me too, but not like that. Because he does not time for us. He has time for business and all those. Thank you.
My name is Michael Godwin Augustine. I prefer my mom.
Why?
Because she takes care of me. My daddy beats me sometimes. And I know that he wants to correct me, but I still like my mom because my mom, she don't always beat me, but she shouts for me.
My name is Kingsley Daniel Egba, my mom.
Why?
Because she cares for me, she buy me clothes, she give me all my needs, and she always take care of me. She make me happy. That's why.
My name is Elizabeth Chukwu, my mom.
Why?
She has been nice to me. She's the one that pay my school fees. She's the one that give me buy provision because I'm a 144, not staying with her. So that's been the one all through for me since I was small, paying my school fees since she left my dad.
My name is Goswemim John, my mom.
Why?
Because she's caring, she's hardworking, and she likes cooking for me the food that I want. That's why I prefer my mom.
My name is Precious Robert, thank God. They both.
Why?
Because they are caring, they pay my school fees. They take care of me since when I was small till now.
My name is Victoria John Sani, my mom.
Why?
She's always caring. She's always, having time for us. But my dad, he goes to work, come back. When the next morning he goes back, he don't have time for us actually. So I prefer my mom than my dad. Thank you.
Thanks for staying tuned with me. It has been an amazing moment with the students of Bromco. You have heard it all from the students. Some say they prefer their mom. Some say they prefer their dad because their dad is always there for them, because their dad pays their fees, because their dad pays their rent. Some say they prefer their mom because their mom takes care of them, because their mom doesn't beat them, and all of that. I'll be linking you back to the studio for more segments. Once again, I am Peace Aaron, and keep watching Star Cross Television, God's own TV.
Stars Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Stars Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Stars Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Stars Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Stars Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Stars Television is the only.
Welcome back. You're watching Star Television. On your screen is the Morning Star Breakfast Show. Before we end of that short break, we had a little discussion on some of the things that we regret doing while our childhood. It was. I did mention my own variation of it, but then if you were watching the clips during the break, you would see a little interview or a little session where Sister Peace Aaron was asking some students in Bronco their perception variation, whether they prefer their parent, whether they prefer their mom or their dad. I'm not doing this alone. I'm here with Sister Peace Smith. We've been here since, and in the studio we have the hosts, the resource persons of the Universal Children's Fellowship. These people have insights of. Forget about everything we discussed. Those are not like the deep insights of the Universal Children's Fellowship. These are the resource persons that are going to give us deep, in-depth of everything you need to know about this week. This week is not your usual week according to Sister Ruth. So I'll just start by introducing them. You already know Sister Peace Smith. Just beside me, we have Her Eminence K. Ofo. She's the international president. I know everybody knows her already.
She's
it's not
a woman of the people.
Yes, how are you doing?
Good to have you, man. Good morning.
Thank you so much. Perfect peace to the
You're
Father.
welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So how is Nigerian weather treating you? Let me start from there.
Absolutely fantastic.
Oh,
okay. It's lovely and warm. We don't get this very often. Wow. So, we're very happy.
I love to hear that. You're welcome.
Another thing I appreciate is the UK accent. Like, I hope
you need to go and learn. Go to school. Stop jumping through the fence.
Alright, then let's proceed. So, just beside her, we have PCS Odilama Onya. I don't know if I get that correct.
You did.
I personally throw you out if you did not. Good morning to you, sir.
Morning,
good to have you on set.
And he's the Andlas supervisor for the Universal Children's
Christ Universal
Children's Fellowship. Oh, thank you. That's what. Is that how you correct the handlers? You are your supervisor. Is that how you do it?
Yes.
You must be very disciplined,
Yeah, that's beautiful. Because I always used to think like, who watches over these handlers? Like these people just push us around all the time. Who pushes them around? Because sometimes, they can sometimes just collect all our fists. Somebody should correct them. This is not right.
So you are happy now?
I'm happy they have somebody to look
now.
over.
Don't worry, I'll instigate one of the handlers against you.
Good morning, sir. Welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Thank you for talking to us. Just beside him, we have Christ Ambassador Maria Obo. I know I got that correct.
Did I get yourself?
You did.
Good morning, man. How are you doing? Good to have you.
Thank you very much.
And I think she's like the biggest resource person because she's the chairman events, yeah?
For the week.
So that means you know everything offhand. You don't even need a book. You know everything that's going to happen this week and how it's going to look like. You don't need a book.
No, I don't need it. I just.
Can I take it for you?
Okay.
I'm joking.
Good morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning. I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we had a video clip that looked at perception variation, and of course, between your mom and your dad, would you prefer most as a child? So let me ask the international president before. I know this question would best you, the handler. So I would like to ask, would you permit the ideology of perception variation in a family? A child having to say, I love my mom most, or I love my dad most, and all of that.
Thank you for that question. That's an interesting question, and I wonder how that came about. But I guess, I guess we shouldn't really have that, in children when we're developing children, because a parental figure should be a parental figure. Parental figure, you shouldn't have a like. Just as a parent, I shouldn't have a favorite child.
True.
So a child shouldn't really have a favorite parent. Maybe people do. That is right. People do, because maybe the dad always buys them sweets when he comes home from work, but the mum is the disciplinarian, for instance. So that that is very common to have that. But I would think that in this modern day, we want to embrace that and get rid of that, because it's so easy for values to get broken when you have a family that's favors
that is divided.
It is divided. Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so you don't accept or support such.
We shouldn't encourage.
Okay, let me ask the handler. Sorry, let me just ask the handler supervisor, because sometimes you see we have the male handler and the female handler, and of course the children would always say, no, this male uncle is always beating a lot of time. I prefer this female auntie. When it comes to taking care of the children, so what do you have to say about that?
Okay. As a man, I want to actually share with you that mothers, in their roles, they know what they do about the children. Okay. It is a gift from God. They didn't just learn it. And if we go to the secular world, or maybe conventionally we bring it up to the handlers sect, you also see that we have majority of our handlers as female. Then most of them, 80%, 90% of them, they know what they do.
The female ones?
The female ones.
Wow.
Then for those male handlers, they are rare to come by to measure up with the mothers. A mother can always care, we are taking care of children. And you see, a child can actually maybe mess, maybe while the teaching or the class is going on, he wants to poop, he wants to do this, he wants to do. But you see, the mash is coming from a female handler, because that female handler will always cuddle, carry that child, go and clean him or her up, take care of her, even go to the extent of bathing that child. But this is difficult for you to get a man that will do that while the class is going on. So I give it to our sisters. I give it to them.
Wow. Yes. But in the aspect of discipline, some children could be so funny. When they come out from their home, they have different attitude.
Yes.
So in that aspect, would you still prefer the female handler to the male handler when it comes to discipline?
What is even discipline? By the time you define discipline, understand discipline, you understand that these two sets, the male and the female, they also play vital role in instilling discipline to an average Sabbath child. Because there are some indiscipline that is coming from home. The children, they take it off from their home. And note, they spend most of their time with their parents at home. They spend only 4 hours, 6 hours with the handlers in a week. They spend most of the greater part of their time with their parents. Some of all this indiscipline, they either learn it from the home, from the schools, from their peers. So within that 4 hours, you are able to identify that this child has some level of indiscipline. What are you supposed to do as a handler? You are supposed to identify such a person, have a one-on-one session with that child, and say, what is it? If you have a good relationship with that child will open up to you, because of the way at times you buy sweet for them, you buy biscuit for them. They will feel free to discuss with you. They will feel very, very free. My mom did this, my dad did this, that my teacher in the school did this, that is why I'm doing this. They will open up to you. That is, you must take it from the grassroots. If you don't treat the root cause of that indiscipline,
you can never heal the man.
You can never. If you just want to treat, hey, why are you making noise? Hey, you can the person, you are not getting it right. Treat it from the root cause. Find out where that issue, that problem, that indiscipline is coming from. If you're able to identify where that indiscipline is coming from, you can now treat it.
That's wonderful. I think if I understand you correctly, it doesn't matter if it's a male or female.
Yes, it doesn't matter.
You just need to know your job.
Yes,
exactly
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Thank you so much for that insight. I would like to hear from the chairman event. You know, she's the owner of this entire week.
Yes.
So,
She is.
can you give us like a brief overview of what we are expecting throughout the week?
Okay. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ,
Amen.
to the blood of our Lord Jesus Christ,
Amen.
now and forevermore.
Amen.
We thank the Father for having us here. This is the CUCF 47th anniversary. For us, it's like a baby because this is a new regime, and this is our maiden event. So we're handling it like egg. Seriously, it's our baby, like a baby of a 1 month. So that's how we're handling it. We thank the Father immensely. Yesterday we had the flag off for the event, and Father did it for us. It was beautiful, and to His glory, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And today we have this segment as the very first thing in our event. And after here, we are visiting the royal family, and we have visitations. We are visiting the 144,000 virgins body, and from there we're visiting the Redeemed Children Home. We'll go to the old priest home to also visit
All
them.
this today.
Yes.
Oh, they have a lot. Wow.
Yes, we have a lot today. The priests are the ones that are really keeping us here, so there's no how the children will celebrate without them.
Sure.
So from here we'll go to the old priest home and also visit them, and we have the men's fellowship today. We want to see how our children will partake in the men's fellowship. They need to stay there from the beginning and see how the men's fellowship is being conducted. And
where will this happen? In the hall?
Yes, in the hall. In the hall
love to see that.
Yes. So we have a section where the children can also talk.
Okay.
Yes, with our fathers.
Wow.
To let them know that we are also learning from them what they are doing, because they are the futures.
Sure.
Of tomorrow.
Like the team of the event said, they are the futures of brotherhood of sister.
I really love that banner. I saw one long
Yeah,
banner around
okay.
the Supreme Temple area.
Yes.
I really love that banner. The caption and all.
Okay. So tomorrow we
Developing
have
the children in their roles as future leaders of PCs.
Yeah, I also thought that was I also thought that was a very smart move, because you know, normally children would just flood into that place, but it's like the banner kind of
keeps them
demarcates.
away.
You know, like, I'm like, yeah, take this way, take this way. Yeah,
okay. Okay, as you just said, like the banner, I had this group of children that just went to the banner and was looking, how can they draw father in a cartoon? Father is in cartoon. I was like, yes, as we are also like cartoon, you can see the children to like cartoon, so our father will also be like cartoon for us.
So you can relate. So
yes,
like SpongeBob people can relate.
yes. So it's just been nice. Honestly, that banner is
We
nice.
actually did that to call their attention.
Children really loves anything that's pictorial.
Yes.
Okay.
So tomorrow we have the handlers section, which our father here is the head of that for tomorrow.
Okay.
And we also have some little varieties for tomorrow. We have the watch and pray. We have the Bible class for tomorrow too. So we kept tomorrow light because our children from different states will join us from Thursday. So everything we are doing this week is just light, waiting for our children from other states. As we know, July is time for examination. Children are still writing their exam. So we had to pick some few activities that will not involve the children.
Will there be any singing competition? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
We are going there.
Okay.
So Thursday we have the arrival of other states. We have some few activities, as I said too. Then on Friday is the real thing, where we have the children partaking in some table tennis.
Wow.
Yes, we have
that will be fun.
games. Yes, and we have the sack race. We have the three-legged race. So we also kept that one a little bit small because we have a section with the father and
same Friday.
Yes, the vestry. So father have invited the past and the present ESCO to visit him. So we'll have a beautiful section with Father. We are just looking up how we will enjoy ourselves tomorrow on Friday with the Father.
Friday,
Yes.
okay.
So Saturday we also have some activities, which we have the march pass, and after the march pass we have the singing competition too. We
That's what I've
have
been waiting for.
we have our everlasting gospel competition. We have duets, we have trio, we have group singing, all that for Saturday. It's packed field.
Very, very. So on Sunday.
Please don't miss anyone.
I know, I won't. I know he will be contesting in the sack race.
I want to see how you fall.
So I would like, before you go, I would like to ask you, at 47, at least nobody can be called a child at 47. And you know, that should say that that person must have had a lot of achievements at 47. So the international president, can you tell us one unique thing about the Christ in Universal Children Fellowship at 47? What is that particular thing they have been able to do to add glamour to the kingdom?
Wow. Okay, so at 47, you're right. 47 to an adult or to a child who is growing up, he's no longer a child.
Yeah.
It's a full-blown adult. A full-blown adult that potentially has their own children.
True.
And one of the things that our focus is on, as we mentioned earlier, is developing these children to make sure that their future roles, that they know their future roles, and that brotherhood is a continuum. It doesn't just stop today. It started 47 years ago, and we've come and met it. And the majority of us here today have all been a product of the Christ Universal Children's Fellowship at some stage or another. So a lot of us would have come through that, or have been involved in Sabbath at any given point in time. So it is for us now to really give back, but it's also for us to look at it and see how we can build for the next generation to come. We look at some of the roles that have been taking place this week. For example, the children have been heavily involved in moderating. The MC, the session yesterday. You saw that they did part of the singing in the hall. That was amazing. They did so well. They did that. But also, just even before that, the jingle, the Starcross jingle that's been displayed, you could hear the child's voice being involved in that, and also the children acting out a scene to say, "Come, let's go and celebrate." So again, we want children to be heard. We want them to be seen and valued, and that is what this week is all about. Not just this week, this term, this moving forward. We want to ensure, and again, our session this evening with the men's in the men's fellowship meeting is going to be super interactive. It will actually be led by the children.
Wow. They're going to keep the meeting.
They're going to hold the meeting.
So that means a child will be the chairman.
That's correct. Wow. That is correct.
And the adults will just
join and watch to observe, and then any corrections could be given, because we learn through practice. We learn through, our fathers taught us that, a lot of things that we do in the kingdom, keeps us, or has taught us, and we use these skills and practices outside in the world. So, and I'm a living proof. I'm a living proof of, where you're a secretary in the kingdom as a Sabbath secretary or a youth secretary or Abba secretary, and you use those skills outside when you go to your workplace.
You become the best.
You become the best. You become the best. I've had a situation whereby I personally was involved in some conflict resolution in my workplace. My manager didn't like this meeting. Wow. So all of a sudden I used to go there and just as an observer to observe, and I started giving advice, from what I was seeing when you have two people at loggerheads or quarreling in a workplace. And so I gave, what I thought was useful advice. But where did that come from? It came from the kingdom. It came from watching ourselves fighting in Sabbath and making up. It comes from the Father's teaching of love, of peace, of understanding, of being, carrying everybody along. It comes from that. So there's a lot for us to take away this week, and not just for the children, but for every one of us. There is something for everyone, and I think you just have to open your mind to coming to receive, because there will be fun to have and lots of learning.
Wow, there's something for everyone.
And again, in addition to what she has said, this administration is poised towards taking the children to the next level.
Wow.
In the past, we were not having a CBT, computer-based tests.
Best test, okay.
You see, as far now, we are working towards actualizing CBT-based tests to ensure that the Sabbath children at their early stage in their life, they are exposed to having taken exam on CBT. Because if you go and when they grow up, maybe they are taking their JAM, they are taking any exam, external exam, they must, yes, the foundation already has been laid for them by Christ Universal Children Fellowship. By the time they are exposed to all these things, trust me, when they get to that level, they will not be found wanting again.
Father, I don't know, I'm short of words, but I know Father will continue to empower these great executives of Christ Universal Children's Fellowship. Amen. And I pray that Father take you also a greater height. Amen. To the is it fruitfulness of the kingdom? Amen. Let me not stop before Brian Bronco just laugh at me. All right, okay, thank you so much for coming, but don't go anywhere because we will be right back with another beautiful segment. Remember, it's Tuesday morning. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you.
He knows the past, present, and future. Father, you are great. Father, you are kind. Father, you are marvelous. We glorify your name. You are the most perfect. You are the most beautiful. You move around the universe. You are the wicked spirit. The wicked spirit. Is the wicked spirit. It moves around the universe. Is the wicked spirit. I've never seen a man like you. No one can do the things you do. Everybody onye na-eme mma ọkụ na-ere nre chioma me igwe
Beloved brethren, our Father in His beauty and His majesty is fully charged to receive His children. What do we say to the Father? Father, thank you for your love. Father, thank you for loving your children unconditionally. With all your tight schedule, Father, you still come out to grace this occasion, Father. Father, thank you. Father, thank you for being the Father to the fatherless. Father, thank you.
No more sorrows, no more weeping. Happy day for children of God. Today, 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 no more killing. Happy day for children of God. Today, happy day for children of God. Today, no more sorrows. Happy day for children of God. Today, happy day for children of God. No more weeping. Happy day for children of God. Today, happy day for children of God. No more killing. Happy day for children of God. Today, happy day for children of God. Amen, 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 amen. Oh, hallelujah, amen. Amen, 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 amen. Oh, hallelujah, amen. Amen, has taken away your sorrows today. Amen, has taken away your weeping today. Amen, amen, has uplifted you today. No more sorrows. No more weeping. No more sickness. No more death. Hallelujah, amen. Amen, 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 amen. Oh, hallelujah, amen. Amen, has uplifted you today. Amen, amen, has taken away your sorrows today. Amen, no more killing. No more sickness. No more death. No more hallelujah, amen. Amen, 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 amen. Oh, hallelujah, amen. If you believe that the Father has taken sorrows, they go, amen. Amen. If you believe that the Father has been battles, they go, amen. Amen. If you believe that the Father has taken sickness, they go, amen. Amen, 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 amen. be able, God. There is nothing you cannot do. You'll be able, God. There is nothing you cannot change. Little Lumba, boo. Able, God, Lumba. Able, God, Lumba. How wonderful you are, powerful you are, mightier than the mightiest ever. You are wonderful, you are powerful, you are mightier than the mightiest. You are the first and the Red Sea. You are the voice that spoke from the heaven. Your power is so great, and your might is so great. There is nothing you cannot change. You'll be able, God. There is nothing you cannot do. You'll be able, God. There is nothing you cannot change. Able God, shower your blessings. Able Father, shower your blessings. Able God, shower your blessings. Able Father, shower your blessings. Your children have come to behold your holy face. But we know there is nothing that's impossible before you. Able God, Alamba. There is nothing that's impossible before you. Able God, Alamba. Your children are here, some with sickness. You are the greatest and greatest healer. Your children are here with barrenness, Papa. You have provided food to the womb. Your children are here with different court cases. You have these children acquitted for them. Able, God, Alumba. Able, God, Alumba. There is nothing you cannot change. There is nothing you cannot change. You'll be able, God. There is nothing you cannot do. You'll be able, God. There is nothing you cannot do. You'll be able, God. There is
entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world.
It's still a wonderful moment out here on the Morning Star Breakfast Show, brought to you by Star Cross Television. I am Peace Smith, and I still have with me Sister Ruth Obu, aka Authentic Ruth, and of course the Father Bernard, Brother Oku. He's boldly seated, and I have the professor in our midst, Brother David Eric. He is handsomely seated, and of course I know you can see a very strange face. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're talking about, I know they already dashed that most beautiful to someone else. But at this point, she will has no other choice than to relinquish the title to the most beautiful girl in Brotherhood of the Cross and Star. Yeah. That is the 2022 pageant or pageantry. Pageantry. So, and she happened to be the winner of that event. And of course, when you're talking about beautiful, she is checked. Intelligent, checked. Everything, checked.
Money.
I have scrutinized her, and I've come to realize that she is checked in all ramifications. Right. So good to have you, Miss. Amen Agara. How you doing?
I'm okay.
You're looking beautiful. It's just like a queen, you know. Just
good morning.
Give us that style.
That's $5,000, man.
So don't be intimidated by this man, though. That no go stand so.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Bro, why are you looking at her like that now?
You're welcome.
She's actually the most beautiful sister in BCS.
So your smiles are truly captivating.
Women complimenting women. No money.
Okay. The main reason why we brought her here is because she happens to be the spearheader, the one who is spearheading the Girl Initiative program, start light up the girl child. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so far, can you tell us, let's start with what gave you that inspiration to come up with Lights Up the Girl Child? Because so far I can see that you have had your tentacles spread to different places, to schools and all of that. So let's just hear about what gave you the inspiration first.
Okay, firstly, as a girl child, growing up has not been easy because of the things I do face.
And then when I was in secondary school, I actually belonged to a club called SWAT Initiative. It's an all-girls initiative. And then sometimes you don't have
Is it like an acronym or something?
Yes.
What's the
Is it
full
SWAT
meaning?
or
Can you
twat?
remember?
SWAT.
Twat?
SWOT.
Okay. What's the full meaning? Can you remember?
Okay. It's actually strength, weakness, or no.
Okay.
I can't
Okay.
remember the
Just go
last
on.
T. Then we actually had a discussion one certain time where the girls actually stood up to talk about what was disturbing them. And I discovered that girls at the age of 12 to 16 are often faced with a lot of upheavals. And since then, I've always been looking for a way to contribute positively in curbing those distress that occurs among the female gender, especially in young adolescent and old adolescent girls. So that was what motivated me into bringing forth the light of the girl child. Although this pageantry is actually run by all the brand faces in our business.
Okay.
That's lovely. I know this is the girl thing, but as guys, I know you can be with me on this one. As guys, we also need to participate because one way or the other.
You'll be a father one day. Just say it out.
And to save the girl child, you have to educate the boy child.
Oh,
so it's very important for the male
But
gender.
that's not the reason why Star Ruth was laughing, but I would not want to spill out the beans from my mind. According to Sister P, she said one day I'm going to be a father.
Exactly.
Yes, but maybe it may be a reverend father, who knows?
Oh, Father Bernard.
Okay, and also on a lighter note, we also have siblings, yes, who are also women. So I would love to know if you just started this project, and do you think this project will continue, or is going to just go on for the period of time which you're the queen, yes, for Brotherhood Most Beautiful Girl? Is it going to end in your era, or is it going to continue wherever you go, or is it going to be continued by the next people that's going to come in?
Initially, the plan was the next queen that we're going to crown will be the head of the forum, and other people would continue it, including us.
Right.
Because I think the quest to bring up positive change for the adolescent girls is something that everybody must be involved in. So I might not be the head anymore. The person who's going to be the head will be the next queen, but we're all going to be part of it actively.
Okay.
Continuously till as long as it goes.
Okay. So you do your best to make sure that it keeps growing.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question for you. I have seen a few pictures or footages of you, you know, lecturing the girl child in some secondary schools and the rest. So I'd like you to give us a brief, you know, a highlight of how far you have gone. Or are you done with the project already?
For the one at Broomco, we are done. But for the Redeemed Children and other schools, the process is still ongoing.
Okay.
And the idea about that particular stuff is, firstly, we actually targeted secondary schools because that's where we can be able to get the population we need for the program. And then we decided to specialize in 5 key topics, which the first one is on girl safety. Now, girl safety involves okay, for instance, we are aware that most girls are being molested, some of them are being raped, some of them are being bullied, and some of them, and when I'm talking about being bullied, not just physical bully, it could be emotional, you're insulting the girl, telling her things that she doesn't like about herself and all. So aside safety, we also teach them leadership skill, reproductive health, which is very, very important for the girl child, and also financial literacy, because we believe that regardless of all this information, money is key, and money is very important.
I love that.
So you need to learn how to manage money. So yes.
Okay, I would like to ask you, sorry, Oko, you said something about the children, some going through perhaps being raped or some facing abuse and all of that. So do you have the capacity to give these children the encouragement they need? Because before a child would have that faith in your program or your initiative, there must be something that has really get that child that courage or that brave, to speak out to you. So do you have what it takes, the capacity to, you know, inculcate strength or believe in these children?
Yes, because firstly, before you even get someone to talk, you have to assure them that their secret is safe with you. You have to assure them that you have solutions to their problems. So before we even started this, we actually kept some measures in place, like setting up a girls policy board, whereby when we have cases like this, we can take it to the board. The board comprises of prominent women in BCS who went, for instance, a girl comes up to us to tell us that, like, I had a case, although not in this girl child initiative, and she was being molested by her elder brother right from when she was, I think, in SS1. And the girl came to me. At that time, I was in SWAT initiative, so I referred her to the person there. So when we started this, all of us, the brand faces, we created the policy board, which comprised of mothers, and let me just say, we have some evidences, some Christ shepherd in that particular board. So when a girl child comes to us, we take her, we get the information. If it's something we can tackle and give her advice, we do that there and there. But if it's not, then we refer her back to the policy board. But before that, the sessions we do have with them, we try to be friendly with them, also to assure them that whatever they tell us stays there, and we're not going to use it to shame them and all of those kind of things.
So far, have you had any case?
We have not had someone coming up to us to tell us about being molested, but we have had a survey, and we gave them paper, and then one actually said something related to that. So, but I believe that in the course of the training, we have been able to give her the solution she needs, and also we dropped our hotlines, and then some persons she can contact, like Eminence Tari, who is the superintendent of Donko, like if she, yes. So if she's confident enough, because before you get this information from these girls, it's very difficult. Some of them, I've had a scenario whereby a girl said she can't, when that girl told me that her brother was molesting her, my first suggestion was, have you told your mother? And she was like, yes, she has told her mother. But because of, you see something about family name, people try to, protect. You must protect your family name. So now the idea is that if one or two persons hear about this, they are going to say that's the family that the brother usually sleeps with the sister. So most times, when
and the stigma remains.
Yes, and of the truth, that is how it happens. So also, we have to also enlighten the society that you do not need to shame any family because a girl spoke out. Like, you're even supposed to praise the girl who talked about it. So then she said that her mom said she should not say it out loud, and then they are going to address it. But it has not been addressed because she still stays with the brother.
And it's still happening.
Although I referred her to the initiative, and then I lost contact with her, but recently I got back to her, and then she said that yes, the initiative helped out, and they took her out from the brother. She went to live with someone. Right now, she's actually in a final year university.
Wow, that's a good one.
Yes.
I have a question. I think two questions, although I don't think I may be able to really understand insight of what you're trying to do, because I'm not a sister or.
But you do have a sister.
But you do have one.
Honestly, I don't.
Oh, you don't.
Okay. Yeah.
But you do. Okay. I was going to say something.
I know.
But then.
I know.
Understand. Please go ahead.
But you do have a mom, aunt.
Sister Ruth, please bring it down.
Alright, so my question goes this. I know you visit some schools and you speak to people. Most of the time, I used to get really angry at people that come out to speak to people without having anything to give, materially, maybe offering packages, or if you are so successful and you can help me, why don't you bring something? I don't. That's just my own view. If you are coming to talk to people, you should look as someone that can actually help. I'm not comfortable discussing my problem with somebody that I think doesn't really have enough food to eat. Some of the times I try to pity the person too. What if this person doesn't really have enough? So that is why but when I see somebody that comes, and apart from having something very smart and helpful information to pass, but also still pass out material packages, I used to feel like this person is loaded, because for you to be able to give me all this information and still then add something, then that means I can just give myself to you. I don't know if you do that.
Yes,
that's one. Sorry, that's one question. The other one is for the benefit of some sisters watching us out there. How can one become like you? For instance, how can Sister Ruth is the most beautiful.
Oh my God! I'm not here to make a position, okay? Most beautiful. And we are going to make some people fight here.
Do you know what's happening? You try to increase the volume. He's putting it on the loudspeaker.
No, please.
No, she's
the most beautiful in BCS.
We even forgot to add that she is the face of Star Cross.
Yeah. You're the face of Star Cross. No, we did not forget. We're supposed to do that at the conclusion. So we did not forget. Yeah.
But you've not been coming around. Like,
She has been coming around. She has been coming around.
Discuss that personally, right?
Yeah, we'll solve this. So, how can one become like you? How can one contest? Because I know it's like a contest, yeah? You won out of like very bunch of smart
and intelligent
sisters, and you came out like at the top. So how can one come out at the top, or how can one have the chance to participate?
Bro, sorry, are you going for any competition?
No, I'm not. I'm like before I started, I was like, okay, for the benefit of the beautiful sister watching us,
for next
also
season.
like for the benefit of Sister Ruth. Because if she comes there, she's going to just...
No way. It's not my thing.
She's going to flush everybody.
That's what we call sarcasm.
She doesn't compete. Like Sister Ruth doesn't compete.
It's not my thing.
Or Sister Peace. Like
I'm not going there. My sister continue.
So, but for the benefit of those watching, please just... and please don't also forget the first question. So just
the package.
Okay, yes. If you're talking about refreshment, yes. For every visitation that we've done, we do give out refreshment. Not really, aside the Feed the Street project we did where we gave out cooked food, most times we do give out snacks like Hollandia and biscuits, or we have also shared
sanitary
pad and things like egg roll. If you're talking about things you can eat, then if you're talking about materials, like outside talking to them, like give them something to always go back to look at. We do distribute pamphlets to them, so that they can always go back to look at the key, because in the pamphlet we outline some questions concerning them that they could possibly want to ask, and then there are solutions there, as well as our hotlines, and then some brief write-up on some sensitive topic. We also made it there.
Wonderful.
And then about advising someone
to be like Aga 2022 queen.
Yeah, you can't be like me, but you can be the next most beautiful
in your own way.
Yes. And then firstly, I would say I must recognize the fact that God's grace comes before every other thing.
Yes.
Like, the truth is, I won't really say I was the smartest or the most intelligent girl there, because at the camp, I saw people reading and answering questions from even everlasting gospel.
I can imagine.
Like going to exam, like, sorry, let me take you to my school. And then I think we just finished writing systemic anatomy. And then I saw people reading surface anatomy, like you're reading about the skeletal system of human beings, the arrangement of their muscles and all. And then I refused to read that particular topic. And I was like, I'm not going to read anything that is hard. I'm actually going to go and read all this thing on, I think, acid-based things such as epithelial tissues, connective tissues. I was not going to read the skeletal system of the brain.
Because you don't want to discuss.
I didn't want to read that. And then luckily for me, and then people were actually reading it, but I refused to read it. When we got to the exam, they asked epithelial tissues, connective tissues, and nothing came out from surface anatomy. And that particular topic is the hardest. So now there are some people who did not read epithelial tissues because they felt it was easy. And of course, why would they ask it in a 3-credit unit course? But then I read the easy ones and it came out. So about me being able to answer, yes, I answered all the questions correctly, and that gave me my crown. Nobody there actually answered, so let me
I was there, I noticed.
It was not because I knew everything that was happening in BCS. No, it was because of what I read was what they asked.
So that's amazing grace.
I need to be very sincere. It's just about the spirit. I just feel everything in brotherhood and even the whole world is being done by the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit directed me and said, okay, read this particular. I read Sabbath quiz book, and that was where the questions came out from. So I think the Holy Spirit directed me. I was
so sorry, Sister Ruth, are you taking notes? You you buy the form for Sister Ruth. I'll buy for
I do have a question.
I'm sending you guys for this competition this year.
I have a question. Outside BCS, people always say BCS children, are always, at the top. Before you do anything, God speaks to you. But coming back to BCS here, all the contestants were also BCS. So how come they didn't have the idea?
But it's only
Sister Ruth, this is a very tricky question.
I mentioned something about grace and destiny. Let me add destiny to it. And again, there's something we call positive affirmation. The truth is that whenever I want to do something, I will tell myself I would succeed in that thing. Regardless, when I bought the form, I did not know I would win. But the day I bought that form, I told myself I was going to win the
It's like
crown.
you were the last person to enter.
Yes. I told myself I was going to win the crown. And that's it. I didn't know what it would take. I just told myself I cannot go to that competition and even come out second. So before that day, I already told myself that I was the winner. Even when I called one of my brothers to come out, come and watch me take the crown home.
Are you serious?
So yeah, that was
That's
what I
great.
told myself. So perhaps, when you proclaim something, the whole universe comes together to make it work. So maybe that was why the Father gave me that grace to read that particular thing. And then that was what actually came out as part of the questions.
So where can one get the form? Like, I know there's so many people watching.
I don't understand.
Definitely, we want to purchase. We want to purchase the form for people.
From October, because that's when we're going to start preparation for handing over. So the form will be made available, and you will see it because it's going to be publicized there.
So how do you think this 2023 one is going to look like?
Of course, it's going to be better than ours because we are the first set. So for growth,
the pioneers.
Better in the sense that more money. I don't want to shout it.
More money.
Okay,
but then I'm glad that your faces will be in the Hall of Fame as well, the pioneers of those beautiful sisters. And you all are doing amazingly great. I mean, I have witnessed, I think I have been there a few times. And I've seen what the Father is doing.
Where?
I wanted to ask, you've been there.
You've been where?
In the camp.
Sister Amen, please tell them.
Okay,
I
think she has been among Wednesday.
Sister Ruth is actually a very strong activist for girl
Oh,
child.
okay.
Did you hear that?
Activist.
Did you hear that?
We're not saying anything, but definitely, who knows? Times are hard. Understand? It's an investment. You can be an activist and also get the form.
Forgive Brian is very
I love how to learn.
Okay, please go on.
Okay, so many things has come in and I didn't.
Yeah, the form and the process of getting it.
Okay, so I said the form is going to be made available online, where you can just make your payment and you download the form, you fill it in and you send it back. And then of course the normal routine of sending proof of payment to whoever is coordinating it. And then that's it. So
do you have like an official account where people can, okay, let me go and check if the form is out or something?
During my time we actually made use of the account Burmishak brought forward, but right now we have an account for
a social media account, like specific place that we can tell people, hey, during October check BCS most beautiful.
Yes, we have official handle. BCS most beautiful sister, and we also have another one for Light of the Girl Child. So it will be posted on both handles.
Instagram, Facebook,
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Alright. Okay, we're running out of time, but before we let you go, you're going to wow us for 2 minutes. But before wowing us,
please don't put her on a hot seat.
No, we can never put anybody on a hot seat.
She's equal to the task.
She's equal to the task. Do you know what it means to be BCS most beautiful girl?
Just pronounce it well. Brotherhood of the Crescent Star, most beautiful.
That's your first lesson, so that when I send you there, you will know what to do. Okay,
I don't know where I'll be reading this time around.
Sister Ruth, over to you.
Okay, the live chat here.
Yeah.
Okay, we have from Sister Inogwe Fanny Parks. Good morning, Starcross Television crew. Father, Lord God Almighty, bless all the CUCF and you all.
Amen.
From Sister Gladys Onyabo, unstoppable and unshakable Abba Father. Thy reign and glory is forever and ever. Amen. Again, she says, BCS is indeed the last hope of mankind. The question is very dicey. Both parents have their different roles to play. I think that has to do with the topic we brought forward earlier. Again, from Brother Ebilate, thank you, Father. From Grace Russell, thank you, Almighty God. Loving Father. From Patience Monday, well done, guys. And that's all we have for now.
Alright. Okay, before we hand over to Sister MM, I would love to ask us this question individually. How many children or how many kids do you love to get?
Oh, wow.
This is Children's Week, we on live TV, so let's get
very big. Why is it that today you just feel like sitting on hot seats?
No.
I think you should start with the
No. She's going to end, please. I know Broku is browsing how many children you want to get. So let's get
I need to browse.
So we're running out of time, please.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, let me give you something. Let me give you a guide. Back then, we have mothers. Our mothers know that their work is to just give birth. So they can give birth to like 10 children, You understand? So let's get the number.
Anyways, now in this dispensation, you would know that our work doesn't only end in the kitchen. So as a woman, you have a lot of things to do. So right now, I might not know how many God decides to give me.
No, let's leave God out of this.
No, honestly,
let's leave God out of this.
I think the question is very dicey because it should be very proud of you to sit down here without a brother and decide
the future already.
Yeah, you know. But although people have wishes, and wishes are just
make
wishes.
a wish.
Maybe like, I want to have 10 or 20.
Yeah,
but then when your brother comes along,
just save it, save
yeah,
time.
just give us
just
a
say
number.
20.
15
say
also,
20 or 50.
Give us a
I'm
number.
going to say like 100.
I need to double what my mom had.
So that we're getting 4
I'm
from
getting
you.
4, but I pray for that gives me money. I gives my husband money. So
Definitely. Sister Ruth.
No, it's like this.
You first.
Yeah, you first, please.
Okay. I don't need much. I just need 3. Yes.
Okay. Fine.
So Sister Ruth, you know you're a twin, so if you're giving birth, if you're going 3 times, that's, you understand? Alright, so so what are you looking at? Okay, that's 2 times, that means 4.
No, I didn't say like 2.
2 movements, 2
like
trips.
1 and 1,
2
2
trips, 2 trips for. Bro,
please proceed.
Rock, what do you have for us?
I don't know, a community.
Father Bernard.
Okay. We'll be signing out now, but we have to sign out with our BCS most beautiful girl, who happens to be the face of Starcross TV.
No, the brand ambassador.
Yes, the brand ambassador of Starcross TV. You can see her face is glowing, shining, beautiful. So in few minutes, okay, because we're already out of time, just tell us what we need to keep in our hearts and what the girl child needs to keep in their hearts. Yeah. The stage is yours.
Okay.
Do you shout something? Joe is like, girl, child, whoa, or something.
Yeah,
Do you have something like that?
Bro,
you guys don't joke with that.
Save the girl child.
Yeah, normally, like Ruth, when she goes to the women floating meeting, they'll be singing those things, and you see her.
Do you have your thing, like a theme or something?
Yeah, it's to save the girl child is to empower the future.
Okay, please, you guys need to echo.
Please say it.
All right, to save the girl child
is to empower the future.
Wonderful.
Please say it again.
To save the girl child
is to empower the future.
Yeah.
So who will save the male child?
Don't worry, we'll think about
okay,
it.
who will save us?
They are trying to save themselves from
wonderful.
us, probably.
Oh, bro.
Okay, please go.
Okay, so for the girl child out there, wherever you may be, it's very important that you believe in yourself and you become very assertive enough to say no to any form of abuse, assertive enough to speak out, and assertive enough to make good choices. And then it's always okay to ask for help. Like whenever you don't understand something, it's always very okay to ask for help. It will really save you from a lot of stress and a lot of bad decisions. And then for everybody here,
including the men,
yes,
thank God, we're finally
to
having
serve the
our
women.
It's actually very important to I'm looking for the right word to use, but I want to talk about the girl child now to all of you. It's very, very important to.
Okay, what can we do to save the girl child?
What can the men do?
What can we? How can we support?
Dial the telephone number.
Should we tell them hi every time we see them? Like every time we see a girl child, hey,
hello.
And you pass.
What should we do?
Okay, the first thing is that it's very, very
important. Should we give them money?
I don't know how to land.
It's important to respect the girl child.
Okay.
It's important not to make them feel inferior. Yes, they are female, doesn't mean they are not good enough. It's important for you to give them equal opportunities, even in the workplace. Because not that I'm trying to degrade the men this time around, but I think women have more resilience in a work setting whereby they do more work and yet they don't feel tired. This is actually proven. You can actually go online to see that. In a case of where, let me just say, when the work pressure is much, if you give that particular thing to a woman, she do it better because of she has been.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you know this is
someone going behind the
camera? She's a child. It's already very, very tedious. So for her to be able to go through that pain, what do you think will hold her back from?
Chill, like a girl child did not decide to give birth to a child. Like that was pre-designed by nature. It's not as if.
And of course, I'm actually saying that the stress and the pain.
You know, this particular discussion, since you are the ambassador of Starcross TV. We need to have this discussion in
again,
a full show.
Again. And that day, I'm going to make a point, because if I make that point now,
don't do it now.
this whole set is going to scatter.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, thank you so much.
Please let her finish. She was trying to tell us how we can, like you said, respecting the girl child.
Okay, I say yes, respecting the girl child, and respect has to even come from the home by not even beating your sisters. If you know how to respect your sisters, you can as well respect your daughter and your wife.
Sure.
So I think respect comes from the home. You should know how to respect the girl child, and you should also learn not to make her feel inferior and make her feel that she is important as well. So
okay, I want to really say a very big thank you for to you for coming here today. I mean, you have really spoken well, and I would like to advise you to come back stronger because of the brothers we're having there. I mean, they're already promising you that when you come back, they have questions for you, and I know how strong women can be. I know your energy.
Don't worry,
I know you can't let them win. If you let them win,
do not compete with the winner.
No, it's not about winning.
No. I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. I don't like being defeated. So if you let yourself to be defeated here, it means we all are defeated.
No, we
don't like that. So this is me advising you to come back stronger. You know what?
You will be there.
I will be there, yeah. But you know, you're going to be the host. You know, so you'll be just talking, just be throwing questions at you. So even we may not want to defend you because that's you doing your thing. You know. So I'd like to advise you to close all the loopholes. Yeah, you know how we do it now. You know they'll come a question. You just said it here. It's just said it here. So if you think they'll ask a question here, you like close that door. No, or read it. So when the question comes from this angle, you attack. Comes from that angle.
Don't worry, I won't be attacking you.
So I want to say a very big thank you to you. She's actually doing well. I mean, she's not just very beautiful. She's also very, very intelligent. From the little she has said here, you can tell that she won that because of what God blessed her with. It's not just about you going out there to showcase how beautiful you are, but it also goes to show that you have something right there upstairs. And for the things she has done in this little while, it's really, really it calls for applauding.
So can we start
standing ovation? Yeah. So with that being said, we are going to draw the curtain close for this segment. Remember, it is Tuesday. We'll also be having the sports show. Yeah, Brother Eric here will be the host. So we are calling it a day. No.
Calling this segment.
We are closing this segment. Yeah. So please, the same energy you have now, we are soliciting, we are begging that you bring back that same energy in the next segment. Thank you so very much. My name is Ruth Abu, and I've been here with Brother Oku, Brother Eric, Sister Peace Smith, and of course the most beautiful sister here. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Starcross Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Starcross Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Starcross Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Starcross Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Starcross Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Starcross Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Starcross Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Starcross Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Stars Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Stars Television is the only entertaining station.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're still watching the football show, and it's still Morning Star Breakfast Show. Right now, let's dive into the business of the day. But before we dive into the business of the day, I have with me, yes, my guys who will normally do the work together, and also they are experts of this work. Sitting directly opposite me is Christ Ambassador Victor. Ambassador, good morning and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes, and also we have Brother Elijah here with us. Brother Elijah, good morning and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
I believe you had a very wonderful weekend. Yes, okay, let's look at what we have today. Let's start with the transfer window. That's what we have been on rather, sorry, for a period of time. Saudi Arabia comes approaches Bruno Fernandes. Yes, Ambassador, do you think that is very, very wonderful? Is it a good news for Manchester United fans?
Well, it depends on the offer.
Are you serious?
Of course. Manchester United are cash strapped, so it depends on the offer. You offer something huge, like
You
120
go for,
million.
you sell out Bruno Fernandes.
Of course, we have his replacement in the team.
Wow, wonderful.
We have the likes of Sancho in the team. We have even McTominay can replace him very well. It's just a matter of consistency. I know what I'm saying. McTominay has once been Manchester United most elected player. So
Yeah.
we have a lot of players. We have the likes of Sancho, McTominay, and there are so many players in the market. So if they can table 120 million pounds, you know what that means. All right.
I would not really want to dwell on that aspect because I know that may be dangerous to Manchester United. Officially, Declan Rice and Timber are now players of Arsenal. And Brother, do you think that is a very good recruitment? Because I've been speaking about this recruitment for a long while. Do you think it's wonderful for them?
Yeah, it's a wonderful the player that they have been going after, and finally they have their hands on the players, and they're officially Arsenal Football Club players. And we believe they are going to contribute a lot to the team and help the team.
Okay. Let's take them as they come in. Now we are getting news that PSG has dropped 116 million for Harry Kane. Ambassador, money is speaking in the world of football. Do you think Daniel Levy will be willing to let Harry Kane leave Tottenham Hotspur, considering the fact that they are on the verge of giving Harry Kane 400 a week?
Like you said, money is speaking.
Yeah.
Harry Kane is not the only striker in Tottenham Hotspur, and with that kind of amount, there are so many young talents around the world that could get hold of 116 million, and 40 million can get you a very good striker to replace Harry Kane. And you know how much the club must have saved for themselves. And sometimes I think we should be exploring the younger teams. Like Tottenham has feeder teams. To explore, So this is business, and this money is speaking. So anything is possible. So let's just watch and see what Tottenham, how Tottenham are going to respond. If they will say, okay, give us 120 and it's yours.
Brother Elijah, you once mentioned of being greedy on the show. Ambassador also concurred to that. Do you think it would be greedy for Tottenham to request more, considering the age of Harry Kane? Do you think it is wonderful for you to just accept 116 million and let Harry Kane go?
Of course, 116 million is very, very better for a player like Harry Kane, and also looking at his age too. He doesn't really have so long playing time again, and of course he's a good player. If you want to talk about his qualities, his attributes, his goal scoring techniques and a lot of things, of course he's worth the money. But so I will feel if Tottenham wants to sell him, they should just collect the 116 million and allow him to go. Unless they don't want to sell him, maybe then they will just try to see how they can bring in more money, to see how they can
just 4 million.
Yes, just to maybe try to scale the Bayern Munich side. But if they are willing, I think 116 is very, very okay for a player like
okay. Now it all depends on Harry Kane also, if he wants to leave Tottenham, because over time I don't really see Harry Kane as a player who wants to leave Tottenham. He may want to end up at.
Are you telling me that not even how much they are going to pay him in the other club?
I think at this point they should just leave personal interest or I don't know. I think they should just try other competitions and try to see how you can win trophies too. Of course, because no matter how many goals you score, or no matter how many goals you score in a season, if they want to count number of very good players, top strikers, you don't have a trophy. I don't think you will be counted among, because these things are all those things that makes up good players, the number of trophies you win, the personal award you win, club's contribution, what you've helped the club to achieve. So you're looking at Hurricanes history, he doesn't really have so much on the trophy. So I think he should try other competition. So Bayern Munich is a best team for him to be. Of course, going there, he has a chance of winning the Bundesliga. He also has a chance of winning some other little trophies, even the Champions League too. So I would advise he should just go to Bayern Munich and try it.
All right, let's move over to Chelsea now. It shows that the agent of Moise Caicedo is very, very angry with Brighton for not complying to the 80 million submitted earlier by Chelsea. Ambassador, do you think this is bad news for Brighton? Because you once said earlier that Brighton might get to a stage whereby they may not even see the 100 million they are even requesting for, and they may lose everything out.
I think along the line, a certain club tabled 90 million.
Yes, Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, so I think that's the reason why Brighton had cold feet about the 80 million that was tabled by Chelsea. You know, this is business. Let's forget about the passion in the game. This is business. This is the time of that year where clubs
make
money. Business. You sell. In fact, in business, you either win or make profit, or you lose. So at this time, I want, like you have rightly said, I once said it that if Brighton are not careful, they would lose everything. Because I know if PSG, right, that tabled 90 million and no more interested, it will be very difficult for them to say, okay, Chelsea, bring the 80 million. Yes, it will be very difficult. It's as if you're looking down on somebody. It's as if you're like, they say, oh, it looks. So I think at this point in time, Moise Caicedo should just...
He has refused to return to training, and he does not want to participate in training with Brighton due to the fact that all these have been surrounding him. So
he will train. He will train. If at the end of the day, PSG are no more interested, Chelsea are no more interested, what happens? You cannot live on mutual consent like that. You will have to train. He will train. So it's just a matter of time.
But it might affect his development. He might not even want to play very well. Let's look at Mason Mount, for example. You saw the kind of attitude he was putting up. He did not want to play again. It showed that he does not want to play.
But at the same time, as we speak now, Brighton cannot go and tell Chelsea, oh yeah, I'll bring the 80 million. Even if you were Chelsea, you will not accept such offer. PSG have presented what they had, and there was no answer or response from Brighton. So what do you think will happen? Maybe finally they will need to slash down the money to maybe 40 million, and Manchester United will come.
I think Brighton should be very careful, because it's either they collect the 90 million from PSG and just sell him. Of course, PSG will not offer more than that, because already they have someone they just signed, Ugarte
from
Benfica, who has similar attributes to
similar qualities
to Caicedo. So I think maybe they were just trying to get Caicedo as a backup plan, at least to have, because there's going to be a lot of competition. So they have tabled 90. So I don't think they will do anything more than that. So if they can't sell it to PSG, and now maybe if PSG backs out, Chelsea are not going to pay more than 80. Maybe they were trying to reject PSG, thinking that since Chelsea is so much in need of the midfield, they will pay up to 100. So I think if PSG backs out and they fall back to Chelsea, Chelsea may even offer less.
Of course.
They will try to offer less. So I think at the end of the day, they may all be at the losing side. And the player is already like
eager to leave.
He wants to join Chelsea. So it's going to affect them too. It's going to affect the player, because they will not really get what they got from him last season again, just like Bro Eric has said. So everything boils down to them. So I think they should just make the right decision at the right time.
Okay, yes, making the right decision at the right time. Let's look at one player who might be making the right decision at the right time, which is Harry Maguire. On Sunday, he has been stripped of the captaincy, and he feels less concerned about it, but he said it's a very wrong treatment. Ambassador, do you think that's a wrong treatment given to him?
He said he felt very bad, and he has expressed his dismay that he was not treated fairly. And I asked myself, who has not treated who fairly? Is it Manchester United have not treated you fairly, or you have not treated Manchester United fairly by all your errors and all that? Well, I will say kudos to the coach Eric Ten Hag. I think ever since inception into Manchester United, this is the best decision he has ever taken. I know he has taken some nasty decisions against players like the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Marcus Rashford and all that, but this is the best decision he has ever taken. You know, stripping Harry Maguire of his captain armband is a clear, is a direct message that you are not needed in the club.
Yeah.
Because I think the reason why Harry Maguire was always coming on the maybe second half towards the end of matches, and it was just because of the captain armband. So he has succeeded in stripping him off the captain armband, and automatically there will be nothing attached to Harry Maguire that will make it. We have so many centre backs in Manchester United. We have the likes of Lisandro Martinez, Rafael Varane, we have Victor Lindelof, we have Eric Bailly.
And so, the younger ones coming up.
And the younger ones coming up. These persons, Harry Maguire cannot bench any of these centre backs in Manchester United. And funny enough, the coach has even invented something new by bringing Luke Shaw into centre back. So it is a very clear indication. I will advise Harry Maguire to look for another club immediately.
West Ham are offering to take him, to recuse him for his services, but are giving him terms and conditions to slash his wage bill so that they can be able to accommodate him. Do you think West Ham would be a very great place for him?
Of course. I don't know. I wonder how much they want to slash his wage bill. He's currently on 180 something at Manchester United, and are they going to slash it to 100? A player that has been in Manchester United, and well, I think he should take the offer. Except otherwise, if Tottenham's new boss still has the interest in him, because when he came on board, he had interest in Harry Maguire. So if Tottenham's new boss has interest in him, then it's good. Otherwise, he should just accept the West Ham wage slash.
And make life better for him. Yeah. Okay, let's look at great players. Great players, they said, are not really easy to be found. Let's look at the unveiling of Messi and Busquets at Inter Miami. It was a warm reception for them, and we had David Beckham coming to welcome them. Do you think this is a great move for Lionel Messi and Busquets, especially Lionel Messi?
Of course, a player like Lionel Messi, every football club he goes to, I think he's going there to play football. He wants to enjoy football. At the same time, his decision on going to Inter Miami is often, let's say, to have a bit of time to relax. You can attest to the fact that there in the United States, there are a lot of very nice places for relaxation. Yeah, so I think he's going there to enjoy football, at the same time as relaxation, and play his football without stress, without pressure. Of course, he has won everything in football, so what is he going to play again for? He's just going there to play, see how he can help the younger ones to know what to do, and help the team as well to play and perform. Along the line,
and
make money.
So that is the main deal.
Make money and relax. So
make more money.
I think it's good for him. Of course, it's good for him. Who knows, from there he can start up his coaching career if he decides, and bring up.
Do you think he will be like Maradona, who was not a coach, like a good coach rather?
Well, there's always this say that a good player end up becoming good coach, but Zidane ended up becoming a good coach.
And good coaches were never
good footballers.
No, we're never footballers.
Yeah.
Like Jose Mourinho was not a footballer.
Yeah, so I think it's the best thing for him.
Okay, let's do a little comparison before we draw the curtains close. We saw El Nasser got trashed by Celta Vigo. No doubt it was not a really competitive game, it was a friendly game. But we saw El Nasser got defeated 5-0 by Celta Vigo. Ambassador, this has brought up speculations in social media and also in the world of football, rating the Saudi League as low as possible. Do you think this is true?
Of course. I just wish sometimes I want to correct something. First of all, I want to accept that Saudi leagues, the Saudi league rather, is not to be compared to top leagues. Yeah. You see, this was just a tip of an iceberg. even when there is normal competition, El Nassr will still be defeated.
But let me bring in something that happened last year. We noticed that we had All Stars of Saudi take on Paris Saint-Germain, where we had Mbappe, we had Messi, and we had Neymar. It was not as dreadful as this. We saw Ronaldo scoring twice in that game. So what is the difference? This is just Celta Vigo and Paris Saint-Germain.
Not Paris Saint-Germain. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
In the other
comparison.
Like I was saying, if El Nassr have a face-off with West Ham, they'll get defeated.
Why did you say so, Ambassador?
If El Nassr have a face-off with Southampton, they will beat El Nassr hands down. You see, I don't see anything tedious or competitive in Saudi League. The crop of players you have there, they are just trying to recruit players with experience into their league. Even with that, and these players are aged players. You can't even if Cristiano Ronaldo should now sign for Manchester City, he will not score. If you divide the goals that Haaland have scored into 4, he will not score 1 part.
50 something. I'm not sure, Ambassador. Ronaldo is a man of optimism, so I believe he can be able to give you 20 goals a season with Man City.
Well, it's just that these things that they are not possible that they can be tried out or played out.
But Celta Vigo, you know,
I was really shocked.
Celta Vigo is a very good team. These are teams that hold down Real Madrid, hold down Barcelona.
Because Ambassador, you know what I mean? Paris Saint-Germain could not trash that club.
But you know, if you look at the Paris Saint-Germain team, you know, they have a lot of players, but there is something about that team. They always lack something. They always lack a lot of things. They lack a lot of things. You see, they get defeated in the Champions League. They have not been able to win the Champions League with their so much crop of players. You know, so I think there is something lacking in the club. Is it Thomas Tuchel was saying something? He said that there is something wrong with the club. I was like,
there is a player that is making something wrong.
Something is wrong with the club. So they don't have that.
I don't want to go there.
He's going there again.
I am there already.
He's going there again. So I think it's a different case. Of course, Celta Vigo, the same Celta Vigo can still hold down Paris Saint-Germain.
Very well.
You can still hold them down very well. So I think it's very clear. You know, the El Nassr, the Saudi clubs, they are not really that strong. They're just trying to see how they can bring the league up. Even a team like Brighton will still beat El Nassr.
Very well.
So I think it's
alright. Let's see how it goes. But Ronaldo has made it clear that he's not leaving the Saudi league. That he's not going
saying that
anywhere.
Saudi league is
better than MSL. That is a very straight, direct message to somebody. I do not want to mention names, but let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Okay, thank you so much for coming through, Brother Elijah and Christ Ambassador Victor, for giving us a wonderful time here. We hope to continue on Friday and give you more gist come your way on Friday. So from us, it's a goodbye and have a blessed day. Enjoy the rest of your day as we say goodbye from us here. Bye-bye.